that money got first, she got petty. Rings on my fingers, no wedding. Racks in the morning for breakfast. Racks on.
And welcome back to WSU, the number one college racer all over New York City with your host, Intro Kev, with my co-host, 2 Wavy.
Yes, sir.
We have a very special guest in the building.
Hey!
We got Jay Critch. How's it going? How's life?
Everything great, man. It's Jugg season, you know what I'm saying? That money music is out. It's money in the air for everyone. Let's do it.
All right, word. So, you know what I'm saying? Jugg season just came out. Obviously, celebrating the release. We seen the album release party at Cookies NYC. Tell us what the vibes was like at Cookies and then a little bit after that, too.
Yeah, shout out to Cookies, the whole family, man. We did the meet and greet over there. Had the fans pull up. You know what I'm saying? We gave out T-shirts, gave out a bunch of Jugg season merch and stuff to the fans. Shout out everybody that came through. So we did the meet and greet over there. Then the release party that night, we was at Starless. We went to the club.
The meet greet and like the parties and everything like that. What was the craziest thing that happened in that little time frame that you seen or
Just like real day one fans pulling up and telling me like how long they been bumping the music and for me how they got in tune. Like that's the craziest part to me. Like some of them been locked in since 2016 and they still.
When someone says that, do you feel like you like an old head when they're like, I've been your fan for 8, 9 years, 7 years, 8 years?
Nah, I just feel like an OG in this shit. Man. I can curse on here or not?
Yeah, you good.
I just feel like an OG in this shit. Like I just feel like I've been in there for a minute. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Stamped.
Word. Nah, speaking of that, though, talk about the album cover. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on top of the Barclays and just how you talk about being an OG, how you feel like the man. So is that what made you want to go with that cover? Because it was hella Jugg season, you know, different covers and shit on the internet. But what made you want to go with that specific cover?
This cover is just like everything you see on that cover. Like that's where I grew up. Like Barclays, downtown Brooklyn. They put Barclays in the smack middle of where I'm from, like downtown. So like them buildings at Clock Tower you see in the back, like those are just buildings we know like growing up.
Word.
Downtown Brooklyn. Like everybody in Brooklyn know those buildings. So it's more just like me stamping my place as, you know what I'm saying, like hood fave, like
Facts.
King of downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Downtown Brooklyn, you know, Talk Money Gang, you know hood fave.
So do you feel like you're like a legend in this rap game in the Brooklyn scene? Like in the,
I don't say none of that. I just let the other people say it, man.
all right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm the hood favorite though, for sure.
For sure. So, Jugg season, it was a long time coming. Me, personally, I was waiting on that joint for years. I'm glad that it's finally out. It's going crazy. So, what made you pick, like, right now or, I guess, 2023 or whatever to be like, all right, just the time for it right here?
I mean, I feel like this is the music that's missing right now. Like, especially me coming from New York, like, I keep my sound New York at all times. Like I have my own wave to it, but I always stay true to like my city, like New York sound. So if you listen through Jugg season, you could see a lot of the songs got that classic New York feel. You feel me? Because I just feel like that's what music missing right now. Like the New York sound, we got a wave right now. You feel me? But it's not like the classic New York sound. It's a new wave. You feel me? And I fuck with that too. But it's just for my project, I wanted to keep this shit like the wave they know from me, the wave they originally know from New York, real money music, bag music. You know what I'm saying?
And with that wave coming in New York, we seen Remy Ma talk about it. We seen all these OGs talk about it, and all these other lit rappers, famous rappers talk about the whole drill scene. People like it, people don't. What's your take on the drill scene? Like, do you like it, or do you feel like it got too far, too deep into like away from the original New York sound that you was discussing? Like, how do you feel about the drill scene right now?
I mean, I like it. I like certain people. I don't know. I'm a fan of music at the end of the day.
Okay.
So it's like if you nice, I'm rocking with it. For me, like, but I feel like just a lot of the drill artists not nice.
Who's some of the drill rappers that you tuned in?
That's nice. Out of the youngins, I like Kyle Rich and them. I like what's a few of them? It's a few of them. For me, it's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot, but I don't know. A lot of them is just not nice though.
All right.
Word.
But back to
they don't want to see me bar for bar. That's for sure. They don't want to see me bar for sure.
Oh, bar for you think they can't?
Hell no. Only person that might got me in the city is Don Q. You could tell him I said it. Everybody else might not see me bar for bar.
Speaking of seeing you, I seen, you just dropped the Jugg season, like the little joint on YouTube where you was hooping and you called out artists, you called out actors, content creators, whatever.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
say you nice with it in the ball. So
Come
you saying
on.
nobody could stick you? None of these
Man,
rappers out here?
none of them. I know a few people used to play ball, but I still don't think they got it.
You-
Like I'm rusty. They gotta give me a little time to warm up, but they don't want to see me on court for sure.
Who the rapper that everyone be saying that he's the nicest one, Quavo. If you think you could be Quavo?
Man, Quay, holla at me. Put the bag up. Put the bag up, man. I'm telling you.
If it goes up to 21, what's the score?
He might get like 13.
Okay, and you winning it.
Yeah, he might get 13 because he be hooping, feel me? And I'm going to be shot. My lungs going to be shot. But 13, nah, nothing past that, Quay.
All right. How important is basketball to your life? Like, up to this point, obviously you transitioned to music, but like, how do you still have?
I feel like music took over the place that basketball had in my life. Like when I was a kid, I used to just be fiending for I used to just sit in the crib, watch Allen Iverson highlights, and like everything was basketball. Like, I was just fiending to play basketball. But it's like when I got older and I started being outside and you know what I'm saying, life started happening. It's like I kind of lost like that love for ball, like where I always wanted to play and stuff. So once I was in high school, I wasn't really even playing no more. After freshman year, I wasn't playing ball. But music, that's when I really just got all the way into music. So it's like that same love I had for basketball, I just put
And you say you had the passion for basketball, went to the passion of music. You're escaping stuff like that's happening around in the city into basketball and music. I want to know, what was the biggest life lesson you learned then in those years?
biggest life lesson I learned was that my pops used to always tell me like, yo, like your 5 years from now, like yourself in 5 years is going like either be happy with yourself right now or be tight. You feel me?
That's a fact.
Like basically, like what you're doing right now, yourself 5 years from now gonna be like either thank you or like damn you a dickhead. Feel me?
Okay.
So it's like that's the lesson I really learned during that time. Like it started sticking with me. I started really understanding that shit because it's like shit. You know what I'm saying? Just dumb shit you doing when you young. It just catch up to you later. You feel me?
And picking back off that life lesson, 5 years ago was 2018. You're still making music. Are you tight? Are you happy with what was going on in 2018?
Boy, that young nigga did good. That youngin' Critch did good, man. Thank you, little bro. He did good.
Nah, that's a fact. But I want to go back to the project though, back to Jugg season. The production on it was fire. Like you hit him off the rip with that was random. The beat was crazy. But I want to hear a little bit more about the production. Like who were some of the producers on there, and then how do you pick your beats? Because the production on that joint was fire.
Mm-hmm. Man, I just be picking beats based on like my first 5 seconds of hearing the beat. Like that's how I know off rip if it's gonna be like one of those ones, like one of the main songs. Because it's just like I like beats that just catch your ear, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But for Jay season, like I really just wanted to tap in with all different producers from different places. So I got LaRon, of course, my go-to producer, like my right-hand man from Brooklyn. I got A. Lau on there from New York. And then I had to go get Brent Rambo from Chicago. I had to get Mexico Joe from Atlanta. I got Richie South from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? I got a bunch of people. Me and Harry Frog got a lot more new stuff cooking up. With the producers though, I just wanted to put a good mix of producers on there for me.
So you're reaching out to the producers, or some of these producers are reaching out to you first?
Maybe both, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're open to new producers sending you beats?
Yeah.
So
sure.
if a new producer, wants to send you some beats and watching this interview and everything like that, how would you describe a Jay Critch type beat?
I don't even know. Like I go through different moods. So it's like sometimes I'm on my turn up vibe. Sometimes I'm on some more mellow shit. But I feel like how I would describe it is just make sure it's just like catch your ear in the first 5 seconds. Like one of those type of beats that you just know is a hit off rip.
Speaking about Jugg season, speaking about the beats and everything, you be in studios and like that. I want to know, what was the funnest studio session you had creating Jugg season?
Most fun. The most fun had to be probably when I was doing the Max B song. Cause I was just geeked. Like I was hyped. You feel me? Like shout out to Todd Black too. That's Mac's brother. So I was talking to Todd Black, and then he was just telling me how much he was rocking with my music, and then you know what I'm saying, he made that happen for me. Max had that song in the cut. We just did it. But when I was actually recording it, I was just geeked. Like I was hyped. So that was probably the most fun one to record.
That song was crazy too. It was like the vibe on that joint. It sounded like some like old Drake or like something like some crazy stuff.
It sounded like some old
That was
school.
great. I was gonna ask you how that came about, but you know, even onto the other features, like you had Baby Money on there. I seen it was like a fashion show that just passed by. It was next to Babyface Ray. So are you tapped in with the Detroit wave? You mess with like the Detroit beats and all that whole new sound?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Baby Money. Shout out Face. Me and Face had a song. For me, it ain't dropped. But me and Baby Money locked in. He on Jay season. Shout out the whole Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Baby Money.
What made you decide only 2 features for the album?
I don't know. Like, I really just don't rock with people like that. So for my features, it's always going to be people I actually listen to, people I actually fuck with.
Okay.
If I don't listen to them or I don't fuck with them in real life, they're not going to be on my shit.
Okay. And speaking on the specific, like picking only 2 features, picking the right beats and everything like that, what made you choose those 19 songs? Like, what made you like? Because you probably have so many songs in the vault, like for years. Because he said he been waiting for years for this album to come. So, what made you decide these 19 songs has to be on this album?
Well, the original tracklist got a bunch of old snippets and stuff that I never dropped. You feel me? But it's like, I don't know. It's just I hate dropping old stuff. Like I ain't want to put a whole project of just old snippets and old stuff that they've been asking for. You feel me? So I had to really just put together all the hardest stuff I've been working on for like the past 2 years. Like some of the hardest songs I had just saving up, and I had to just put those. You feel me? Make sure all the bangers is on there. Okay. That's why there's no skips on there.
Word.
All right. So speaking about, what is the oldest song on there that you made?
Chanel in Paris.
How long ago was that made?
Chanel in Paris, that gotta be like 2018. And they've been asking for it ever since. So I had to put that on there.
You shot the video for Handle. What made you want to pick Handle? Like, all right, this is gonna be the one that we do for the first video.
It was just the vibe. We was at Murder Bravado fashion show. We was just vibing, like trying to see what song we gonna shoot there. And then Handle was the one. It was just the right one.
You got more videos in the way from the project?
For sure. It's 19 songs. I'm about to drop at least like 12 videos.
Heard it. Nah, because even though it was been like, it'd be a minute in between the projects, you always consistent with the videos, with the singles. Like, I remember KD Freestyle, Don't At Me. Like, it's been a minute. Like, you just be going with the freestyles, feel me?
Can't let up, man.
Nah, that's a fact.
Can't let up.
All right, you know, a lot of these rappers like to put like a deluxe and everything. Are you planning to do a deluxe for it?
Nah, I feel like everybody doing deluxe right now. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's cool, but 19 songs, I just gave them the deluxe right away. Like, so yeah, that's the deluxe, the first version. Feel me?
All right, so we can get into for more about the future. You know what I'm saying? We're in the first quarter. You dropped the album and everything like that. What's your plans for 2023? Like, what do you got going on after this?
Big Nico world. We already cooking up another project. We focusing on Jugg season. You know what I'm saying? We in Jugg season right now. But just know, we always cooking up.
Another solo album?
Yep.
Okay. I know you probably get this question all the time. If there's going to be another collab album with Rich the Kid and Famous Dex. I saw you guys dropped the Where's Dexter song this year. So I know that tuned up a lot of people asking Rich Forever 5. You got any updates on that or anything like that you want to talk about?
Just know. It's coming.
If it's coming, is this year coming or we got to wait?
It's coming. Y'all just got to be patient.
So everyone got to be tuned into Jugg season right now, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Exactly.
Make your mark, everything like that. Do you feel like you made your mark in New York?
Yeah, I made my mark in New York for sure. And I say that just because the older artists that I grew up listening to, you know what I'm saying, it's had to point out like they know who I am. And then the younger artists, when they coming into the game, like they know who I am.
Okay.
So that just be making me feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I be in tune with all the younger artists. Everybody that be coming up from the city, I be in tune. And the bros make sure I'm in tune. So it's like I be watching all of this. So it just feel good for me to know like they already know what's up when I meet them.
All right. And then which older artist that was tuned into you, like, was starstruck? Like you was not starstruck, but on the point like, oh, I didn't even know you was even tuned in.
Older artists. Yeah. I don't know. The older artists be knowing that people know them.
Okay.
They be knowing that everybody know them. But yeah.
Yeah, because I even from older artists, we seen you with like celebrity, like everyone, a lot of people knows. Like even what I know you have a relationship with KD, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, facts. Shout out KD. You know what I'm saying? He showed a lot of love.
What you think about what just happened with the Nets? No more Kyrie, no more KD. It's got Dinwiddie in.
The Nets baited.
Word, that's what I'm saying.
They ain't treat their players right.
That's just what I'm saying.
So I would have dipped too.
Man,
and then if I was KD and my man's dipping because they just did him dirty, I'm dipping too because that's my man's.
Yeah, so you're gonna go to a Phoenix Suns?
Or I was gonna say you rocking with the Suns.
We Suns fans, man. Just Phoenix up, man. What y'all talking about? Phoenix up.
They winning the chip this year?
Nah, I don't know. My son Dinwiddie taking the chip this year. Brooklyn.
Really?
We still Brooklyn fans. I'm just playing with all that Phoenix shit.
You think Nets will make the playoffs this year with all that with everyone?
I don't know. I hope so. We got good pieces though. We got good pieces. Like we got a lot of good role players.
That's facts. Cam Thomas started dropping 40 again. I don't know. He might.
And my son Brooklyn Bridges.
Word.
My son Brooklyn Bridges. Miles Bridges. You know what's crazy? I wasn't even jacking Miles Bridges till he came to the Nets. Now that he on the Nets though, I'm fucking with him.
He be shooting.
Yeah, my son get buckets.
Speaking about the Bridges and hoops and everything like that, who do you think is the best hoop rapper?
Best hoop rapper? Yeah, I heard of Jay Critch.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy.
Bar for even with the NBA players.
Yeah. Nah, with the NBA players, that's no competition. Those niggas different. They different.
All right, and then we're gonna wrap it up with my last question. I always ask this question before we always head out. We talk about making your mark. What type of legacy do you want to have with the name Jay Critch? We spoke about, you said 5 years later. Let's say 10, 15, 20 years later, when people look back and Jay Critch did this for Brooklyn and New York, what do you want people to know you for?
They're gonna know me for really living up to my name, hood favorite. Like I always show the love back. I ain't never forget where I came from. Everybody that grew up with me knows and can vouch for this. You know what I'm saying? Like I do it all for like the youth, and like I don't want to ever seem like I'm so far out of reach from the youth and from where I came from. You feel me? Like they always where I'm from and the people I deal with, like they know I'ma always pull up for them. Like if it's something going on for the community, if it's something going on for the kids, I'm pulling up. You feel me?
You love giving back.
Yeah, like I love giving back. Like I don't never want to feel like I done made it so far. I'm such a star. Like I'm out of reach. Like you feel me? That's what separated me. Like hood fade, I'm still out there with the people. Like in the hands reach. You know what I'm saying?
And before we head out, what do you want to say to the supporters, fans, years that have been here and everything? What do you want to say before we leave?
Man, shout out the whole St. John's. Everybody go get that Jugg season. I know you probably on the way to download it right now. Yeah, click that button. Yeah, download it. St. John's, we synced up. Talk Money Gang. Right. And shout out my big brother Matches, because he came to St. John's. He went to this school. And I just wanted to say, shout out big bro.
All right.
Talk Money, signed up the world. Nico World. Hey!
Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate you.